Hey, welcome back to another market closing live stream. We've got our level 99 Slayer coffee right here. Thank you very much. And folks, we got a whole lot of stuff going on today. Folks, right now we are going to start by taking a peek at the sticks. Specifically GHVI, which has absolutely gone on a tear today. Absolute rip today. GHVI in partnership with Facebook, now on improving the Facebook AI data and working with 3D Spaces. Matterport really kind of a catalyst here for the stock to go up 13%. It did hit a peak of about 1727 here, which I watched this peak rise during our course member live stream this morning, and particularly I decided that I had options on this particular company at I had October options and March options. And so I ended up closing my options just above 17, taking out some nice juicy profits on shorter term options, and have been slowly buying back into shares. Last time I bought was right in the dip over here, which is great. So I'm trying to get more in. The problem is the volume's really low. So I'm just going to wait a little bit. Because if I took all the money I got out of the options and shares, it would probably move the stock, which is not good. But anyway, I love the company. It's great. What else is blowing up here, which is absolutely incredible? Look at this run into the close here. We have been watching HUD 8 mining for months. And look at this sudden run here. I mean, this is basically going from flat to 17% of a run here in a day. My guess here is we had very, very low volume, and all of a sudden somebody started buying. Pretty incredible. Now, we've been at some of these levels before. We've gone as high as 511 here. I'm not interested in FOMOing into any of these particular stocks. I'm watching a Bitcoin. Bitcoin is what I'm doing. And what you'll notice is on the 30-minute, Bitcoin went out of our channel that we had yesterday, fell out of our channel yesterday, dropped to a low of $34,000. Look at that bounce right off the VWAP, solid bounce off the VWAP. And now it's gaining again, sitting at about 34.8. Now we've got this volatility here. Personally, I'm surprised that this move right here is what's leading HUD 8 up 16, 17%. It's aggressive. It's pretty incredible. Let me quickly see what Cardano is. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so we've got GHVI here, and we've got Cardano sitting right now at 138. Very nice. Very nice. So strong movement intraday here on Cardano. Good recovery here on Bitcoin. This explains why we're seeing this here, that we're finally changing directions again on Bitcoin. Though all it takes is another one of these candlesticks to the downside. Some of that euphoria could go away. Now, I would expect with 17% up, there was probably some kind of news with HUT, but whatever. We'll keep an eye on it. Keeping an eye on GHVI as well. Look at this. Churchill Capital. Whoa, Churchill Capital pumping 7.4% here into the close. We've got CRISPR up 6.62%. Again, I did close my options on Matterport, but I did that because I don't, if I get a big spike of volatility, I'm taking profits, because remember, options are priced with volatility as well. And so I'm shifting over into shares. Now, let's see. Okay, then we have Intelia here. What's interesting about this is this was running again earlier today. I think this ran up to almost $180 a share earlier. It's back to about 160 right now. Pretty strong run though, just like NEO, just kicking butt. NEO up again, 5.74%. AMD rotating up into the close here. We got a slight move to the upside on AMD into the close. A strong rally over the past few hours here. But if we go into the 5-minute chart, we can see that rally here. We see mostly flat during the day. See that rally, some extra volume coming into the end. Personally, I think AMD is probably going up to about $100. If we start going over 100, we start stretching far over 100, I'll be dumping my options and I'll end up moving over into shares, just like I'm doing with GHVI. Though I do have a lot more time, the luxury of time on some of my other options contracts. GHVI, a little bit of a problem because they're shorter contracts. Many of you know that I like long contracts, and then I like moving out of them early. Some of you think like, Kevin, you are the opposite of conservative. I personally think I'm very conservative. But then again, this is also coming from somebody who's very heavy on tech and growth, which I have to say, I take issue with this a little bit. You've got, I saw this. Let me see if I can pull it up here. It was a little bit ridiculous, in my opinion. Okay. And this is just me, I don't know, being Kevin, I guess. Here it is. Okay. Somebody posted, I'm going to pull this up. Somebody posted this on, what's it called? Reddit. And I thought it was actually doing a disservice to fundamental analysis. But hey, everybody can have their own opinion. So take a look at this. At the top here, they said that a PE ratio of 1 to 14 means the stock is undervalued or has low investor sentiment. Fine. Yes, true about low investor sentiment. And that a PE over 20 is the company is overvalued / has high investor sentiment regarding growth. They should delete the first 4 words. A company is not overvalued or undervalued based on its PE. The second part of what they said is absolutely true. The PE ratio lets you know how much growth the market thinks a stock has. There's a reason why Tesla has a forward PE of 55 and Google has a forward PE of 12. NVIDIA has a forward PE 2025 of about 40. There's a reason why. It has to do with growth projections. And so in my opinion, this statement here, that something's over or undervalued solely because of the PE, way too simplistic. Way too simplistic. For something to be over or undervalued, you have to look at what it's worth based on the growth we're projecting, and is that maybe high PE actually lower than what it should be? That would be an example of undervalued, right? So I did not like that. Sorry, I had to get that out about that Reddit post. Sorry. That's what you get with me. Sometimes you're just gonna meet Kevin's opinion, okay? That's what it is. So Zach's Money FAQs says, bought the YouTube course last night. Not very far into it yet, but so far love it. Look forward to learning all your secrets. You're going to get all of them. Just posted some new videos there about a week and a half ago. So good for you. That's awesome. Thanks for joining. Yeah, keep in mind that coupon code does expire tonight. So check that out. Linked below. All right, let's keep going with our sticks here. So GHVI really losing momentum here. United Wholesale Mortgage, not a surprise that wholesale mortgage either trading sideways or down. This is a big shift though on Microvision. Although usually we look at Microvision as a day trade kind of stock where it's just like up, it's down, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. It does these cycles over and over and over again. It's kind of been stable the last few days. It's been pretty stable in this range of between 20 and 16. And so now sitting back at 1681 here. I do want to keep a close eye on BTC, so forgive me for wanting to do this, but I really want to watch this on the 30. I might even go down to the 5 here to see if we rotate down, but a nice gap up here, a solid gap up from about 34,350 up about $300, $300 gap right there. Nice. Which keep in mind, if you want to earn interest on your cryptocurrency, you can go to metkevin.com/BF. That stands for BlockFi, and you'll earn interest on your cryptocurrency or even interest on your cash if you convert it to stable coins. I think they pay you like 6 to 8% on stable coins like USDC and other coins. So check them out. Go to metkevin.com/BF. They'll pay you up to $250 depending how much you transfer over to them. Okay, then we've got Hut 8 Mining still going strong here. Matterport going strong. I'm pretty sure my position on Matterport I established at, I believe it was 1575, and I closed out my $10 calls that I had. Okay, 1574. I closed out my $10 calls that I had. Actually, yeah, I could even just unlock it right here. I almost, let's see what we had here. I think it was up like 80% on those options, which was really cool. Yeah, there we go. 1574 is where I bought back in today. Bought a little bit in today. I'm trying to get more in, but it's also worth mentioning these. Let me see, where are they? Oh yeah, here we go. So these are the options contracts that we had on GHVI. So this button. So I sold a $15 call for 37K credit. That cost me about 22K. That cost me 22.5. So that was up a good chunk. And then I sold these calls. I sold $10 calls for $7.10. Oh, here you go. You can see this easily. I sold a $10 call of March 22nd, which I bought on 420. There you go. Look at that 420 buy right there. And I sold those this morning at $7.10 per contract. So that was a nice 60K here. In total, it was about like $79,000 to $80,000 of profits that it took out of GHVI on short-term contracts on an investment of about $120,000. So hey, taking out 80 on 120, that's not bad. It's actually really good in a month, actually in 2 months. And now I'm going to reinvest into shares for the long. So just to share a little bit more of that strategy with you. Of course, anytime I make these buys or sells, I send an alert to everyone in the Stocks and Psychology of Money group, including my buy earlier when I bought at 15, whatever it was. So now let's go ahead and see what else we have on the watch list here. And use that coupon code before it expires tonight. So let's go back to watch list here. We've got 19 minutes. We are at, let's see, HUT 8. HUT 8 actually pulling back a little bit here towards into the close. I think this is potentially because of some kind of pressure that came in, like unusual volume that came in. To go all of a sudden from 18,000 shares to 300,000 shares implies unusual volume. Well, it is unusual volume. So that's $73,000 of trades there. That's nothing. 300,000 on the other hand, at about $4. Yeah, that's about $1.2 million. This, I think, some like a whale or something came in here and just did a buy, and that's what drove the price up really quickly. And that's why the price is also receding. So I don't think there's any particular company news here. We did see Bed Bath & Beyond really kind of collapse here from when we were watching it this morning. Did not invest into Bed Bath. We did have a solid bounce off of the line that we drew here, but we only bounced off of that short term as volume collapsed. We did see a collapse in the share price. And we really went down to this next support level that we drew. And we've literally been trading like a rubber band around that support line. These are the support lines we had drawn this morning, and you can see this. Look at that, sitting on, sitting below, sitting on, sitting below, sitting on, sitting on again, slightly below. So you really see that dancing around that support line. So if you were trading in this one, hopefully you had these support lines set as well, because they really gave us a little bit of a guide as to potentially what to expect, and we saw some of that get fulfilled here. Now let's see here. We have Microvision still hurting. Doge, $25. Shout out to Dogecoin Millionaire. Workhorse rotating down. I want to see where are some of the others. Like, where's Tesla and AMC in them? Are they inside? Okay, Tesla's flat, so that explains why they're in the middle. 680. AMC down about 0.5%. A shout out to Trey. Best wishes to Trey in his surgery. We've got 0.48 here. Yeah, okay, so we had a little bit of a rally here, but the volume dried up fast again here, going for flat on AMC. EXPI dropping here towards the end of the day, and DoorDash up. Let's take a peek at DD here. DD. Oh, golly, I mentioned this morning I was going to stay away from the DD IPO. I wasn't expecting it to get whacked. Unfortunately, anybody who bought at IPO would have probably bought somewhere in the high 16s, currently trading at about 14.32. Personally, I actually don't believe the valuation is horrible. I have to see exactly how many shares they have outstanding now that they IPO'd. But when I did when I did some valuation numbers before, to me it looked like the valuation they were going for was reasonable. They have a lot of revenues. They're huge in China. I mean, they put Uber and Lyft to shame. Tattooed Chef had a little bit of a confusing day. It was up much more than it is right now. What? Let's see. Check. Yep. One sec. Sorry, I had to get that out. Okay, going back. Where are we here? So, Bed Bath & Beyond, a little bit of softness just overall here, with the exception of Matterport. Ethereum's starting to rip here, but otherwise, to me, I see a lot more downs towards the end of the day here than I see ups. Yeah, Voyager Digital tried doing a move here. 23andMe, GameStop. Here's a little bit of a move towards the end of the day on GameStop. This looks like another one of those volume pushes. You get that consolidation. Okay. Yeah. Here's, let's see here. PSTH, Sonos, SoFi. SoFi. Look at SoFi dance on this line. 1912. It's just sitting here dancing. Just dancing. AMD, y'all say? Let's see what you got. Yeah. AMD is still trying to push right here. Still trying to push. One sec. Sorry. It's killing me. Okay. Good. So then we got, what else? Try to see here. Movements. We're looking for movers. We're not seeing a lot of movers. AMD's pushing a little bit into the close. That's great. BTC edged up. It gapped up, actually. What's this? J&J had a little bit of a push here. Yeah, J&J's got a push. J&J is not one that I'm in right now. Potential inflation play there, though, if you want to balance out your portfolio a bit. You've got S&P 5. S&P 500 moving up? No way. Hold on. Let's go to SPY. SPY. Yeah, the S&P 500 is rallying into the close, and the other things just seem flat and boring. The index funds lately, I'll tell you, 2021, the first 6 months of 2021 have been the best advertisement for index funds. And it kills me to say that, but I will admit it, because it is. If I was running a fund and I sold index funds, that's what I would be doing. I'd be doing that. All right, Xpeng, flat, AMC, flat, Riot Blockchain. I'm actually surprised. Riot Blockchain, flat here. Let's see this. Yeah, and it was negative this morning, so it's going to about flat. Okay, good. So rotating from neg to about flat. Ubiquity, Planet 13, Bitcoin's 34.8. Let's see if we can break out to that 35 here. Redfin's been sitting at 63. It's been so boring. Enphase at 184 is actually really good. I stopped buying that once. I mean, I've really stopped buying it because I blew all my money in May. Everybody likes to do the sell in May and go away thing, and I'm like, no. Buy in May and stay in May. Go away in June when you got the tendies. The problem is that doesn't rhyme too well. 244 on Square. A little pricey at 244. Let's see here. Okay, done. That's officially done. Okay, so Zom, Skills, Coinbase Global, Coinbase 249, CLII 15, Archimoto 17. I mean, even though it's red, it's still a run here. I don't know. I wouldn't call it rolls right off the tongue. Shut up. Buy in May and pray. There you go. Square cheap at 244. I wouldn't necessarily say. Look, I think Square, it's been higher. I like Square. There's a lot of growth that's baked into Square. Like, you really got to crank on the numbers to make it work. Like, when I did my 5-year, I'm like, whew, I got to crank these numbers to get 230 to work. It works at 230, but I just know I have it up there on my growth list, so I don't want too many of those. But when it fell to 200, I'm like, okay, yeah, that I could chew. And so I bought Square 200. C3 AI dropping about 2.9 here. We've got Workhorse. Okay, these are all pretty stable. Otherwise right now. Let's see. I want to look a little SoFi a little more. I think the lockups we get this month and before earnings next month, they're going to be so juicy. It's so juicy. I have mentioned CCIV. You just weren't here the whole time. That's your fault, not mine. But yeah, SoFi, it's dancing on this line. I'm looking for a breakdown. I want to get under 19. And if it runs, it's fine with me. But I'm going to be greedy on this one. I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait. And I will wait for sub 18. I'll wait for 16, 15 to go big. And I think when those lockups open up, I'm going to have a juicy opportunity to buy. And if I don't care. What's wrong with AMC? Yeah. Okay. So the problem is the reloaded shorts just aren't large enough, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's just not large enough yet. It's been growing, which is good. But let me see. Like you need this like fervor that come back to AMC. You need this excitement of, oh my gosh, look at what's happening at AMC. The suits are coming in with the shorts again. And I understand I'm wearing a suit today. That's because I had to make a video about suing Governor Gavin Newsom. But you need like really, really hardcore, like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is the moment. Like now we're setting up. So this is good. This is a good start. This bump from short interest from 13 to 19. I took my profits on my covered call that I had because I'm not going to be sitting around with a covered call when a short squeeze happens. It's not going to happen to me. I took my profit on it trading sideways, and I still have my shares. In fact, I've always said to you that at any point you can ask me to prove that I have my shares, and I'll go ahead and pull those shares up because that's what I do. I say I'm going to hold it. We're going to hold it. But hey, look, I made some money. I took like $11,000, $12,000 of profits on covered calls. Did a little swing too, but little brief swing on the shares. You're going to see a little sell of 174 shares, but that was just an intraday. It cost me like $20 or whatever. Ignore that. The more interesting trade was when I got on my covered call and made about $11,000 in 6 days. That was fun. That doesn't show here. I just wanted to show I still have it. Okay, so anyway, then we've got, but yeah, so to really get AMC to pump, in my opinion, you got to have the market looking at this data, the short interest data, and go, okay, so we're back at 19, cool. What if it now goes to 24, 26? That to me is when we start setting up again. 19 is kind of where we initially fell to after the big run. Like we went from 24 to 19 and then down to 13, right? So I think if you get that load up again, and all of a sudden you get this share utilization getting tight again, that's when it gets really juicy again. So I think that's what the market's waiting for right now. And that's why I've been saying, hey, we're going to see volume come down a little bit. We're probably going to see, we're going to be on standby until we have a big catalyst. And that catalyst could come at any point. And so that's kind of what I'm watching and I'm waiting for. The catalyst just is not here yet. That's the thing. Yep, red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. Let's go. All right, let's listen to CNBC for a moment here.
Letting these companies come out there, have their liquidity event, raise some capital, and refresh the set of ideas out there. And also, people talk about, $80 billion raised in half a year. It's a lot because it's more than it was raised all of last year and all of 1999. Well, the overall market size was less than a third of what it is right now in 1999. So it's not really a great comparison.
Boring. Let's go check out. We can check out Fox Biz really quick. Show some support. Let's see if Charles is up. I don't know if it's gonna be Charles. No, not right now.
Let's put up this statement by Robinhood because this is
all right. Robinhood. We can look at that later. All right. So what else? Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much here for mentioning that you just joined the Stocks and Psychology of Money group. Welcome aboard. Appreciate you and happy to have you. Thank you for that. That coupon does expire today. Let's see how we're going. We got 6 minutes to go into the close here. So Matterport holding firm there at 1622. HUD 8 is actually holding on to that 12% gain. Look at CCIV. Oh, I got to see when my CCIV. Ooh, hold on a second here. When are my CCIV options up? CCIV. Oh, no, I got a 23 on these. Okay, that's not bad. I got a 2023 on those. So I don't need to kill that. And that's okay, that's GHVI. And then let me check my Robinhood. That's where I keep my options. It's either Robinhood or Webull. Generally, lately, I've been pretty active here, obviously, using Webull, which, of course, you could get 2 free stocks. Oh, I got to dump this. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, we got to dump this. Hold on. Okay, hope you like the singing. Boom. Good. I will definitely take advantage of that. I had a short-term option that I had to close. Thank you, market. Well, there's 20 grand. Add money. Close or okay. Sorry, I send the alert really quick. Okay, sorry. All right. So where were we? So okay, good. Let's see here. What else we have? And oh yeah, I should. Okay, we do have. That's out. There we go. Oh, wait a sec. Okay, my bad. I do want to get to these sticks here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Perfect. Okay, done. So what do we got? So then we have Microvision's doing the same thing. Ocugen, United Wholesale, Mind Medicine, EXPI, Roblox. Roblox, $90. Golly. That's not bad. That's not bad. We've got Solar Edge. Let's look at some of the solars. Canadians. We got 3 minutes to the close. Canadian Solar's down today. Let me go to the day chart on Canadian. Yeah, I'd love to see another sell down on Canadian just to get a cheaper buy-in. Let's see. This is April pricing here. This was May bottom. I'm going to draw a couple lines here. Oops. Let's see. Let's draw a line here. Let's get a line here and here. Canadian Solar is one I've been eyeballing. I'm really into the solar right now. And so this is interesting because if we drop back to this support, that could be a time to buy again. 41.45. I'm going to watch that. I don't think we're going to get these May lows again. I'm certainly not trading thinking I'm going to get May lows again. So I'm going to watch that. We've got Desktop Metals, EXPI, Sense, Roblox, Blue Apron, Solar Edge. Okay. Good. Wish. How's Wish been doing? Wish at $13. Well, I can tell you if I can click on the darn thing. Here we go. So Wish still, I mean, it bucked its downtrend. It is starting a potential other downtrend here. I mean, look at that volume that pumped this. Really incredible. How's MRIN? That was another one we were just kind of keeping an eye on. Oh, 38%. Okay. Still not as large of a fall that I expected. I was expecting a 70% decline, but who knows? Maybe we'll see that over 2 days. Not trying to bag on the stock. It's just what I was expecting. I mean, I thought the skyrocket from 18 million to $180 million in market cap was just insane and unsustainable. Nothing against the company. Just saying. Just making an observation. Bed Bath & Beyond, 1140. Really traded flat the rest of the day, huh? That's a bummer. If somebody was trying to trade this. I mean, unless somebody short traded it, and they'd okay. But yeah, it really just, it is moving off our line here, though. So it's doing a little bit of a move into the close. It's not so bad. Rising support bounce. Let's see here. Workhorse. Yeah, look at that. That's not bad. A little bit of volume going into the close here. We got 30 seconds to close, but look at it sit at our line like all day long. Boring. Just sitting on the line. Too boring. Okay. Let's go get the close. Oh, I'll jump on over to CNBC here. Although maybe we should be at, I was going to say maybe we should be at the closing bell for Fox because you can't really hear the people for the bell at CNBC, but we just like CNBC at the moment. We're just such in the habit. Where's Sarah? All right. Dow is up 0.2%. S&P up 0.16. NASDAQ down 0.16. Bye-bye tech a tiny little bit. And Russell up 0.07. Oh, look at that drop towards the close. Just dropped a few basis points there in the close.
That's a lively bunch. We haven't had a crowd like this at the New York Stock Exchange. The Sentinel One IPO crowd is here bringing the close. Welcome back, everyone.
Fun. We should do a field trip.
And Mike Santoli, CNBC's market.
All right. Can't hear a word they're saying, so we can't rotate off. Let's see how things closed up for the day. Exciting. This is it, folks. We're done. We are done with the first half of the year. First half of the year is over. We now go into 2H, the second half. And that means we've got earnings coming up. That means we got second quarter numbers to look forward to. How's tech dealing with employees? How are consumer discretionaries? And how are industrials dealing with inflation? Are they winning? Are they losing? How's solar? How's energy? There's so much that's going to come out of this Q2 data. So exciting. We got our jobs numbers on Friday. Watch my video about that if you haven't seen the Watch Before Friday video yet. Really good and kind of gives you insights into what to look at. Also watch yesterday's stagflation video, which will help you a lot with jobs and understanding some of the dynamics of what's going on. Very exciting here. Let's look at the close. How did things close out? 13.2% on Matterport. Really, really good. I took profits on GHVI, shorter term options. Super excited by that. Took profits on Churchill Capital, shorter term options that I'm rotating into shares. Now it's just a matter of me doing TA and getting in on the shares again, which I'll take advantage of that over the next few days. Yeah, then we've got Microvision down 8.92%, UWM, Desktop Metal, Rocket. These guys all dropping about 4 to 8% here. Trade Desk 3.26. Yeah, tech had a little bit of a sort of a give back today is what I'm calling it. I mean, we've had massive runs here in tech, EXPI, Trade Desk. Some of these have been performing very well over the last few trading days, specifically the last week to 2 weeks. So a little bit of a give back here, arrival, not a surprise. Arcimoto, Lemonade, couple of percent here and there. No big deal. Big Digital started running again. They were 120 earlier today. I'm still holding out for a buck. I don't know. It's just a personal problem. It's got to be a buck for me. DocuSign just broke 280 to the downside, coming down 1.73%. We talked about that one under 200, and now I'm just disappointed I didn't buy more. Peloton, 124. Too hot for me to touch here, but I own it, and I'm happy I own it. Bought a bunch more at $79 when that lawsuit came in. That was such garbage, the loss. Just nonsense. Just nonsense. Then we've got... okay, then we've got... Intel down 1%, Invitae, Playboy, Redfin 0.86, Bitcoin still ticking up tiny little bit on that 5 minutes. Look at that. Look at this teeny tiny little trend we got going on here on BTC. Look at that. We've got about a 14% slope right now. Keep an eye on that. That could make us run back over 35,000 pretty soon. It's pretty good. How do you think reaching the debt ceiling will affect the market in the coming months? Not really. It's just FUD, basically. It's nonsense. So say you can only get the member code if you're a member. And if you want it, then email us from the email you're enrolled under, kevin@kevin.com. But you got to be an actual member. So then we've got Bed Bath, Hut 8 Mining, Matterport. Okay, these are pretty stable here. We saw these. Hut 8 still moving up in the after hours here. It looked like a sort of a whale buy you had there. Who knows? Maybe they did some buying back. Although I don't know why they wouldn't just buy more Bitcoin like MicroStrategy is doing. QuantumScape, Workhorse, EXPI, TDoc. TDoc, how have they been? Let's take a peek here. TDoc on the day chart. Wow, TDoc's actually still, oh man, still like half of where it ran to. Wow. Where are we sitting here? Oh, that's not bad actually. Yeah, look at that. You've got a resistance here, close support here, resistance here. There's a solid case for a 175 here on TDoc. That's interesting. And now we're bouncing off of it. Yeah, bounced off at 174. This is going to be one to pay attention to as well. I'm going to write that down. TDoc. Hut bought 1,200 miners. Oh, that's smart. They probably got them from China. That's not bad. You know, that's good. Hold on. Then where are we? Hut 8. Cleverleaf Holdings 1.49, Workhorse 0.66 to the downside. Let's listen in here to CNBC for a moment. Let's see what else is going on here.
On those fronts, then it is, okay, game over. We're back to a 2% world, and we have to just go to the disinflationary type place. I don't think we're quite there. That's why it's an in-between moment. A lot of the people out there who were behind the value and cyclical trade are out defending it now and saying, look, this is an opportunity. You have transports down 9%, home builders down 8 or 9%. Maybe that's the time where it's a little bit of a moment of truth to say, is it a reversal or just a correction?
Let's move on to Microns earnings, which are just crossing. Julia Borstin.
Micron beating across the board. The company reporting stronger than anticipated earnings and revenue, also stronger than anticipated guidance. Earnings coming in at an adjusted $1.88 per share versus $1.72 estimated revenue of $7.42 billion versus an estimate of $7.24 billion. Fiscal Q4 earnings and revenue guidance also beating expectations, and the company reported adjusted gross margins of 42.9%. That also above estimates. The company saying in its prepared.
All right, we're going to back off Micron there for a moment. This, by the way, really smart. The 12,000 new miners, but that could also be old news. It could be old news because, and I don't know, that would be worth looking into. Because they said they were planning, like they had ordered a ton of new miners. So I don't know if this is like they finally got their shipment or if this is like in addition to. That'd be worth looking into. But either way, it's good news. I mean, hey, they're loading up. It's great.
The news response on all of this, unless it's an absolute blowout number. And of course, the memory area where Micron focuses is.
All right, we're going to hop on over here. Let's see what Fox has. Cudlow.
That's fantastic. Now, unfortunately, President Joe Biden has departed from the founder's vision. As we've reported on this show, night after night, Mr. Biden seems to want his economic system completely regulated by the state. Rather than individual initiative and enterprise, he seeks entitlement and welfare. Rather than rewarding the climate success, he seeks redistribution and equity. Rather than Adam Smith's vision of free markets that are blind to color, blind to race, blind to sex,
let's pull off this.
Biden has embraced the
quarter look like, but this is a stock that we've been buying and think is well positioned moving forward. It hasn't appreciated as much as some of the others in the sector. Definitely a stock that I think there's opportunities in.
Josh, you still focused on NVIDIA?
All right, let's go back to here. Well, we can listen to NVIDIA here.
Machine, now it's in the 800s, really seems unstoppable. It's so much more than a chip play. It's almost disingenuous to just mention it in the context of semiconductors. It's a software platform that literally is what the entirety of the AI revolution is going to be built on, standardized on.
Systems on a chip.
In a way, in such a dominant way that I can't believe more people aren't focused on it. So NVIDIA is my favorite pick in the space. I know it's up a lot, but you could have said that during any year over the last 7 years, and it still managed to.
I would not be buying this into the run of the split, Josh. I don't know.
Biggest winners, Leah, in the first half of the year. So for year to date, Marathon Oil up 100%. I'm looking at the S&P 500, Diamondback Energy, and these names were so beaten down.
All right, let's go back over this.
Check I know they're there. Believe me, I've been practicing for this. This is going to be the highlight of my day, probably the highlight of my year, Carol. And you've actually had the privilege of doing this, Carol.
It is a blast.
And it is a blast.
We've done it along the Esplanade on the Charles River. It is incredible. You're going to have so much fun.
Yeah, I plan to. And it's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I expect everyone to watch here. It's going to be, believe it or not.
All right. There's like nothing going on. I bumped my volume a bit. Thank you for that comment. So, all right, going back over here. See what we got. What do we got? Anything? Nothing really going on in the after hours. Kind of boring. End of the quarter was meh. All right. End of the year half. Meh. There we go. Look at that. Popped over to 35,000 on BTC. It's actually we've got an accelerating trend line now. This is good to the upside. So really, you've got a reversal here. still an opportunity to potentially buy a little bit of a dip if you wanted to. But what's the breaking news, CNBC?
This is a great example.
Oh, breaking news, S&P hits higher for a 5th straight month. Okay, old news. All right, what else? What else? We have nope, nothing here. Nothing here. 3% on Meta Materials. How did Meta Materials go positive? What happened today? It's down 3.34 in the afters, but it actually went positive today. I am shocked. Meta Material went positive. That's incredible. I was not expecting Meta Material to go positive on the day. I'll give you that. Meta Material ended up going positive about 6%. It is down about 2.4 in the after hours, but that's not a bad rally that Meta had. It does look like, it'd be about 350-ish for Torchlight if you were to compare. Purple Innovation down about 1.5% again, really falling here. I mean, back to $26. This is a stock that we grabbed at 18, threw out at about 36, 38, did run to 40 at one point. But it's really just been slacking. I think people got their pillows during the pandemic, and that's it. Ultimately, still looking, I want to pay attention to TDOC, C3AI. These are some I'm paying big attention to. Waiting for that catalyst on AMC. Still not here. GameStop, AMC, both trading somewhat sideways because of this. Fastly has been one that has not gotten a lot of attention in a while. This thing ran up to over 125 for a period of time. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh, 136 at a point. Fastly was just the momentum stock of last year, one of the momentum stocks of last year. And look at where we sit now. I mean, May we went to the toilet, $39. But I'm surprised, $59. I remember this sitting between 70 and 80 and thinking, oh wow, it's come down a long way. But probably over here. Back in the September ranges, but it's had its runs, it's had its falls. It's incredible. So Ubiquity 312, still sitting over 300, did run to 400 for a brief period of time. More interested in this one, 370 or 275 and below. Tesla can't get it up over 700. Lemonade a little pricey over here, just like Piton. Still considering DraftKings. Still paying attention to this one. We broke our big uptrend. We've been trying to start with new uptrends here. But not superb here. Somebody just asked the question here. Bert's account, Stocks and Psychology Money purchasing today because that coupon code expires. That 40% off link down below expires today. How long will I have access to your alerts? As long as I feel like sending them, which is at least the rest of this year. I have no intention to stop sending alerts. The course content you have access to for life, but you get access to my alerts and live streams at least this year. And no plans to stop thereafter. I've been saying that since I started the program. I just don't want people to think like, I'm 55 and I'm still committed to. I mean, I might be, but it's an option, right? So I've been continuously providing the value since the end of 2017, and I have no intentions of stopping. All right, so DocuSign 1.52 in the after hours, coming running back over to that 280 number. Way too high for me right now, but boy, it's been fun to watch that rocket ship. Coinbase, Hut 8 mining, decent moves today of the miners in the crypto space, slowly coming back. I really think there was some reaction to the upside that we were seeing in Bitcoin pricing, bouncing off of those lows today at 34,000. As soon as we saw that move back up, starting around 9 o'clock this morning, California time, we did start seeing a little bit of that push back up. Which is nice. What do we got over here? Earnings alert on CNBC. Who are they covering? They're talking about we already talked about Micron. Old news. Watching as well, we did talk about GHVI and CCIV. Did close some shorter term options we had on these profitably. Got a tiny little bit of move to the downside here in after hours on Matterport and Churchill. I'll be looking for a perfect opportunity to buy some shares in again, since I'm going to be converting from options to shares, and did take some profits on those options. That is one of the things you always want to plan for, is planning to rotate options to either shares or new options as time goes on. Tattooed Chef, only up 2% today. It almost seemed like it was potentially going to be a squeeze rally. You've got a substantial short interest in it, but And it went trending on stock twits for a moment, but boy, it gave that up fast. It basically stumbled out of the gate. And the fact that it's still up 2% on the day, not bad, but it did have a little bit of a stumble. Etsy 205 strong. SoFi again sat at the line all day long here. Not too interested in buying it at 19. I'll wait. I last bought at 1772, which was kind of roughly the bottom of this last dip that we had. I did not buy any SoFi in May. Bought plenty of other things, but not SoFi. But SoFi is one that I'm looking at as a lagger. And it makes sense. I mean, I think we're going to see tech explode and then see SPACs come back too once we start seeing that kind of rotate up. Then what else do we have here? Walt Disney 175 been trading sideways for a while. JPM. Okay, cool. Well, I think we got it there. I think we have it, folks. So check out that course coupon code link down below. Appreciate y'all being here. It's always fun seeing you. There will not be a market open tomorrow. I'll be on a plane, but I will be getting interviewed by Patrick Bet-David. So check that out. Go to meetkevin.com to check out the rally locations. We'll be giving away money as well. It'll be fun. So we're going to do sort of like celebratory giveaway and, to some folks randomly picked. And then, of course, the campaign rallies this weekend, next weekend. So check those out and sign up at meetkevin.com. And folks, see you in the next video. Thanks for being here.